Hi, everyone. Welcome to our world. Welcome to Pico Explains. Audrey here with,
It's the great Pico. Welcome, welcome,
obviously,
welcome, everybody.
obviously.
Obviously,
How you doing today, honey?
I'm doing good, Audrey. Thank you very much. Good to be here. You done eating those crackers or what?
This man. Look, this man's running me out. We went to Walmart. I made my own little Lunchable. I found mozzarella balls, guys. Little mozzarella balls. That's my new obsession. I give him one. He's like, ugh, more for me.
Well, it's just because I'm not a cheese person. Honestly, you are. I mean, anybody that knows you knows that you eat anything with cheese.
It's cheese and then Pico. Cheese comes first.
But yeah. Also, she's also upset at me because I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but you know when you guys were with your women or or your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, and then you just want to share. You know what I'm saying? You just like hug them real tight and you just rip one out. You know what I'm
He
saying?
tries to Dutch up in me, people. He's like, "Come lay next to me," and then he hugs me. I'm like, "Oh no!" And I can't escape. I'm trying to escape, and he's got a tight hold on me and puts a blanket over me.
No, you got to do it the way Pico talks. Come here, Audrey. Come over here. I got something to show you.
uh,
Yeah. So anyway, it sounded like a good plan, right? Like a good idea. But then she got all upset at me, right? So I'm just like, just like did my thing and it was under the blanket. And then she comes by and she's all like, I don't know what the hell she was doing. But then she's just like, and then they linger. You know what I'm talking about? They hang out because they want to smell it.
no, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
You shush. You
Well,
won't let.
I know you do because you sit there for like like what, 5 seconds, 8 seconds. Then you
He'll
go,
literally be like me right now eating cheese. Oh, it's a cheese, honey. That is not what's making you stink up the room. That was from 2 days ago. That was a chili colorado that we made yesterday.
yeah, that was good. That was good food indeed.
Yeah.
All right, well, I just wanted to do a quick story about my mother, as my mother's unfortunately passed away in 2020. So I'm always one of those people that like talking about my mom, telling stories, especially to Audrey about her. So here's a story that took place probably in the late 80s to probably early 90s. I know that I was still in high school. She, my mother has always been headstrong and stubborn.
Like somebody, like mother, like son. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this woman does it like to the extreme. I at least compromise. I at least listen, depending on my mood. So anyway, she she got this dryer, like clothing dryer.
Okay.
She I think she got it from the thrift store, and I just remember my mom and dad bringing it home along with my older brother, and they unloaded it, put it in the garage, and so my mother had this idea about hooking up propane tank to it. You know those large cylinders for the barbecue.
Yeah, to the
Oh,
dryer.
yeah, the dryer. So my dad was the type of guy that he would just do whatever my mother would, you know,
Whatever she thought was a good idea,
whatever
he'd
was a good
follow her
idea.
lead. Okay.
Even if my old man had somewhat of some sense, he wouldn't
He
argue with
had
him.
enough sense to not argue with your mom.
Yeah. So here comes my mother. She's all like, "Okay, you need to get this propane cylinder and hook it up to the dryer, so we can we can make it work and we can save
On
on
gas.
gas. You know what I
Oh
mean? Of
no.
course, typical ghetto shit.
Oh,
So I just remember my brother was outside. I think he was working on one of the vehicles that he had, and I went inside. A friend of mine showed up, and we were talking, hanging out in my room, just talking. And all of a sudden, you ever get that? You know that feeling like if a car hits the side of a house or it hits a building, it just makes that rumbling, that you
yeah.
know what I mean, like
Yeah.
like that, right? So that's what we heard. A friend of mine, name was Freddie. We just heard the like bam like that. So, so me and him, we go running, from my bedroom into the to the kitchen, into the garage door, and there's my mom on the floor, right? You know, just there. She was, she was awake. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Oh my God. Wait.
She wasn't knocked out or anything like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then I just remember the old man running into the garage, and then the dryer, was like on fire. You
What the
know?
hell?
And then I'm just like, what the hell's going on? And then here comes my brother running, and then he grabbed the dryer and he started dragging it out.
Well, it's on fire.
While it's on fire.
Okay.
So he's dragging it out, just like dragging it out, and again, it's just a fire, it's just going on, and my brother's all slipping and sliding, dragging it out. Finally, he drags it out enough to where the old man already brings a water hose, and my brother starts watering it down, right?
Okay.
So here comes all the neighborhood, right? They're all coming, they're all coming around.
What's the show? Let's see what's going on.
You know what I mean?
This is our entertainment.
Yeah, so they're up to my brother, and they're all like, "Hey, man, you're not supposed to hook up, that propane tank to that dryer. It's gonna blow up." You know what I mean?
Oh, a little late.
Yeah. And my brother's all like, and of course, my brother didn't do it. You know what I mean? But he's just like, yeah. And everybody was just telling him around the neighborhood. So we became like the laughing stock of the damn neighborhood. And I guess the idiots of the block. You know what I'm saying?
Aww.
And well, I mean, I didn't know it would do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not surprised.
and I know my brother didn't know either, because if he did, of course,
he wouldn't have done it.
He wouldn't have done it. But yeah, it was just one of those things. I mean, that's just like, I think I'm gonna start doing ghetto segments like this, but I'm gonna call them like
Pico'S Ghetto stuff.
Pico'S Ghetto stuff. This is gonna be number one, so this is gonna be called Pico'S Ghetto stuff number one. So I just figured I'd tell a quick story about my mother. But all right, guys. Other than that, as I always say, come on, guys. Toss us a follow, share, comment, like. And you can reach us here at Pico Explains with an S at gmail.com.
There you go. See, he's got it down now.
All right, you guys, everybody, have a good one.
Bye, guys.